Sweet, sweet voice.
100% traditionally made Japanese green tea, Bill Matcha.
The following is a paid program. Views and claims expressed are those of the program producer and are not endorsed by this station. Opinions expressed are not necessarily those of radio station KMET, its management, employees, or affiliates.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. Glad to have each and every one of you with us on today's show. We're talking a lot about tax tips. A little bit later on, are you feeling the pinch over there? You might want to know exactly how to make the best of your financial experience, especially right now. You got to know what to do, how to do it, and how to be ahead of it. A little bit later on, we're going to have Leanna Hawkins with us, who's the author of the Amazon #1 best-selling book, Young, Fun, and Financially Free, Live the Good Life and Build a Kick-Ass Future. She's also the founder of Black Hawk Financial. We'll be talking a little bit later on as to suggestions for protecting your tax information and some things that will make it easier for you to prepare your taxes, as well as what you need to know, especially this tax season, especially with all the credits and the questions. Did you receive your credits? Did you get your tax reimbursement and or your reimbursement just for help from the government? So we'll be talking about that. We've got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
How often do you file your taxes? Are you once a year, quarterly? How do you roll?
Once a year. I was not aware you can do it quarterly.
Yeah, usually, yeah, especially if you are like a 1099 and you want to be ahead of it and you want to be able to pay it off, in a steady pace, you could do so. Just get a good tax professional. So we'll be talking a little bit about that. Big shout out to the morning crew over there, our social media audience. Good morning, Maria says, good morning, everyone. Hope all is well on this wonderful spring day. Isn't it a beautiful one? Katya Wunderland from Switzerland says, good morning, everyone. Has the little shamrock emoji. We appreciate that. Stephanie Reed says, hello, happy editing this glorious sunshine day for today's awesome busy day ahead. Awesome. Thank you very much, Stephanie. And lots of news stories. But before we get to that, the national day of today is Manatee Appreciation Day, National Little Red Wagon Day, National Clams on the Half Shell Day, National Tater Day, National Bunsen Burner Day, National Crayon Day, and National Prom Day. Of these, what will you celebrate today, Jesse?
Wait, what was that first one? I thought you said manatee, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, the manatee.
Let's bring some awareness to those sea cows because those things are super cute.
Okay. Have you ever seen a manatee up and close and personal?
No, I haven't. I would love to one day, but those are in Florida and I'm over here stuck in California.
Well, not true. They actually have them. They have them also in SeaWorld, by the way. And you can totally see them. So you haven't been to SeaWorld in a while, huh?
I've never been to SeaWorld. I have never been to a zoo in general.
Really? I did not know that. Well, then National Awareness Day. It is there. You can actually see the manatees there. Manatees, obviously, look, beautiful creatures. Some they're just kind of sitting there, but they're so like majestically big and just like having fun. Manatee Appreciation Day shows these slow-moving herbivores that inhabit slow rivers, canals, saltwater bays, estuaries, and coastal areas around the world. All three species of manatees are considered gentle giants, spending most of their time eating, sleeping, and traveling. And in the Amazon, they are often found in the Amazon River Basin in northern and South America. They live exclusively in freshwater. The West Indian area, the Florida manatee, and the Antillean manatee. The Florida manatee ranges from the Caribbean and up the coast of Florida toward North Carolina. They've been spotted near Texas in the Gulf of Mexico. The West Indian manatee prefers slow-moving freshwater, but is found also in salt water. Who knew? The African manatee inhabits both salt and freshwater. The West African manatee travels all along the West African coastline. And although mostly a herbivore, the West African manatee occasionally eats fish. Who knew that? They often weigh between 600 to 1,200 pounds, live up to 60 years. That's a long lifetime, right, Jesse? Did you know that? I didn't know that.
No, I did not. Hopefully they can survive for that long with everyone running them over with boats over there in Florida.
Well, it's funny you say that. It says, although they do surface occasionally to replenish their oxygen, manatees can remain submerged for about 20 minutes at a time. When they do surface, they're capable of replenishing 90% of the air in their lungs. By comparison, you or I replenish only about 10%. Who knew? Belonging to the scientific order Sirenia, they are also related to the dugong. Not sure what that means, but there you go. Manatees are related to the elephant. Who knew? Due to their immense size that graze up to 8 hours a day, manatees continually replace their teeth. Oh, I need some manatee blood in my system, right? A new set is always growing behind the current set of teeth. Oh, never mind. That would be a manatee that needs braces. The observance aims to bring awareness to some of the manatee's most significant challenges due to the loss of habitat, pollution, hunting, climate change. Manatee numbers are declining. While conservation efforts have brought their manatee back from the brink of extinction, more must be done. To learn more about how to recognize the day, use the hashtag Manatee Appreciation Day. Maybe support saving their habitat, take precautions while boating to prevent harming the manatee. And there you go. Manatees are such a beautiful, loving creature. And, I don't think I've ever met a manatee that I didn't like. But go check it out. I do recommend, again, areas like, some, have problems with areas like SeaWorld and other such things. But when you see these creatures up close and personal being taken care of, especially the manatee, I think the manatees, at least at SeaWorld, are probably like happy that they're there because they get like carte blanche everything. Does that make sense?
It does. Apparently, Casey said they no longer have manatees at SeaWorld.
Then never mind. I take back everything I just said. Because I remember the exhibit usually with the polar bears, right? And you're like, okay, if you're a polar bear, you prefer being there versus like out in the wilderness, like wondering where you're gonna find your next food. But okay, whatever. I'm surprised they did that. But there you go. All right. So we got other social media comments as well. Stephanie Reed says, for my taxes, I use HoneyBook and Voice Template, the best tax software I've used to keep track of how much I made. And there you go. Oh, I see. She says they were all moved to Florida. Interesting. Let's see. Stephanie Reed says, I know the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo always has a cool lantern festival in August. It's fun. And Mario says, I want to donate this week to help save them. Oh, for sure. I love that. That's a good way of thinking. All right. Lots of stories, lots of things. Jesse, I see you kind of working over there behind the scenes. What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited today because a movie just got released today. A very big one.
Which, oh, wait. Oh, who's it going to be?
I don't know, but today Godzilla versus King Kong got released.
With a call to the police.
If you have a chance to see it in theater, I would love to see it in theater if one was open nearby. I might go to the drive-in.
I'm not gonna lie. I might actually sneak to the drive-in and see which drive-in. Let me know if there is one at the drive-in because I would rather see that on the big screen. That is not meant to be seen on the little tiny screen. It's not. King Kong, Godzilla. I could tell you one thing. We probably could get Godzilla on the phone at some point. Not like literal Godzilla, but the guy that actually does the Godzilla movements. TJ Storm, which we've had on the show before. I know he had posted some pretty cool pictures of him and. I think the guy that plays King Kong, so I'm like, I can tell you right now, TJ as Godzilla will win at every battle. He's actually a martial artist. So just so you know, Godzilla is a martial artist.
That would make the movie even more interesting if Godzilla busts out some like kung fu or something.
He has kung fu. I mean, the guy that plays him is like, anyway, it's a fun conversation. Maybe we could have one in the days ahead. Godzilla versus King Kong, who will win that? I think it's fixed. That's all I got to say. I guarantee, Jesse, Godzilla would win, hands down. I guarantee they make King Kong inappropriately the same size just to give him a one-up, because there is no way Godzilla would lose to King Kong. Basically, he'd be like a little monkey on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, get off, you dumb monkey, get off. And then blasted with his big mic. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. All right, light energy, it's all the rage. All right, but seriously, okay, for the rest of us tuning in, we appreciate you. We got to take a quick break. Coming up around the corner, don't forget, we got tax advice here coming up around the corner. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Staff and families at Custom Care Solutions caregivers. Take this time out to recognize and salute the Palm Desert men and women in uniform, standing tall for our political and economic freedoms around the world. Let's always remember them in our thoughts and prayers. Their efforts abroad and our support have kept America strong. That message was courtesy of your good friends at Custom Care Solutions Caregivers, 42201 Beacon Hill in Palm Desert. They're always working to keep our community moving in a positive direction.
You owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the tax relief hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnish wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
The Fat Greek in Yucaipa, where you can get authentic, delicious, true Greek food. Authentic gyros, Greek salads, pitas, falafel, hamburgers, burritos, and oh yes, baklava. The Fat Greek has a large selection of wines, ice-cold domestic, and imported Greek beers. Come on down to the Fat Greek located on Yucaipa Boulevard in the city of Yucaipa. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. The Fat Greek has delivery, drive-through, sit-down, and a catering service. So bring in a family or give Nicholas and Christopher a call at 909-797-6018. Eat Greek, live long. Remember, if you want authentic Greek food, it's the Fat Greek in Yucaipa.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live stream audience there, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV, and much, much more. Wednesday is known as the Magic Day. What? That's according to Orange County Supervisor Doug Chaffee. The day the county will officially ease restrictions on businesses after qualifying for the orange tier of the state's program to reopen the economy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Orange County officially qualified for the orange tier yesterday when the state announced their weekly update on coronavirus data. The eased restrictions go into effect Wednesday in the OC. Chaffee said Tuesday, we are orange, but it's the next day that it kicks in. It sounds like a bit of sunshine. It's great to get out there, get onto the next tier. My goodness, keep up the good work. We do not want to stop at orange. That's kind of important. You don't want to go back the opposite way. Supervisor Lisa Bartlett said, quote, I'm just thrilled we're moving into the orange tier because it really opens up our local economy and it means we're able to balance the economy with local public health. It's just so exciting for Orange County businesses and residents. Supervisor Katrina Foley said, quote, it was hopeful news and well received by our business community as well as our residents because many people are anxious to get back to some semblance of normalcy. We still have to be very careful and wear our masks and be diligent about social distancing. Baseball starts Thursday, and I'm looking forward to fun at the fair this summer. The latest weekly update from the state issued on Tuesday showed the county's test positivity rate improved from 2.1% to 1.7%, and the adjusted case rate per 100,000 people on a 7-day average with a 7-day lag improved from 3.5 last Tuesday to 2.8. The county's health equity quartile rate, which measures positivity in hotspots and disadvantaged communities, improved from 3.2% last week to 2.6%. Moving up to the orange tier allows for more businesses to reopen. Retail stores will not have to limit attendance at all, and churches, movie theaters, museums, zoos, and aquariums can expand attendance from 25% to 50% of capacity. Restaurants can expand indoor dining to 50%. Wineries can offer indoor service at 25%. And bars that do not serve food can reopen outdoors for the very first time. Gyms and fitness centers can expand to 25% of capacity, and family entertainment centers can offer indoor attractions such as bowling. Bartlett said the new rules would be huge for the bars, but added it's not clear how long it may take to move up to the next level. She said, quote, people ask me, oh, we got there 3 so quickly. Are we going to the yellow tier next week? Probably not. I think this is the part we really need to exercise some caution. What do you think, Jesse?
Oh yeah, there's always caution to be had. Especially, I keep hearing about these new variants. I know some of the doctors are worried about it specifically. Like, I think the one from like South Africa, and I can't remember the other country. It's on top of my head, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it's I don't know either. But this is the part where it's like, okay, yay, there's sunshine around the corner, and at the same time, just because we can move into the orange tier doesn't mean we can't move back in the opposite direction. And that, I think, is the stress that everybody needs to really, caution others. Back to this information, the yellow tier means we've pretty much, now see, they said eradicated COVID. That's not entirely true. Eradicated means it's gone forever, right? So I don't think that's the proper word. However, it's greatly diminished. Back to something you said, there's areas that have completely almost eradicated it, and it sometimes pops up. So then they have to go back into full shutdown. So what I think the confidence booster is needed is really that we want to continue going in the correct direction. However, back to something you mentioned, it is very clear that we need to be aware that there are other variants and that they are still occurring and that people still are getting sick. So, if you got a face mask, look, I always got one near me. I got always a couple, right? Do wear them. I mean, there's such a flimsy little piece of cloth and or thing. N95s are better than nothing at all. Better than just the regular, handkerchief for sure. Because I see people still with those and I go, that's really kind of like no true barrier. Invest in at least a packet of these and then go get a UV light and just shower it every single time you come home. That's what I do, and they last so much longer. And I have to go out and I have to be out, but I will say my mom hasn't gotten sick, and the only one that did get sick was my sister, and she's in an adult home. So, I'm not saying, hey, look at us, we're not sick. We could always get sick. But the point is, continue to exercise caution and you reduce your chances significantly. So I would be very cautious still going out. And, if I were to choose a restaurant, I'd still think I'd want to sit outside. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm honestly, I'm so used to eating outside now. It's just like when I go into a restaurant, I'm just like, what is this place?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so there's some areas where, again, it's too cold out and they're like, can you put on the heater? I had one where I said, can I move closer to the heater? They're like, no, you have to keep this an aisle in. I'm like, the heater, can you move? Why is the heater there if I can't feel it? It was so cold out. And I was just like, you guys are making no sense. People just don't make any sense sometimes. Let's see. Okay, a lot of comments in social media. Let's see. Maria says, Churchill, Manitoba in Canada, remote frontier town, probably calls itself the polar bear capital of the world. Did not know that. That's good to know. Pray for our polar bears. Speaking of the environment, we got so many things other than COVID we got to be careful of. But remember, the environment, it is all around us, especially our sea creatures. Maria says, I got some news about COVID. This isn't good news. At the same time, the age profile of people with COVID-19 is shifting because of vaccines, which have contributed to a steep drop in infections and deaths among the chief victims of previous waves. So the vaccines are doing the job. I'm a little backwards on that statement, but I think you mean it's helping in some cases. Let's see. And here we go. A new report shows variant infections are sending more people in their 40s and 50s to intensive care units than earlier incarnations of the coronavirus. Interesting. That's so it's going down the age group. That's not good, actually. What do you want to say, Disney?
I'm in that age group.
Me too. I'm like, wait, what? But I think that's how 65 and 80-year-olds felt like, are you kidding me? You're already kicking me to the curb? Come on. Because that was kind of the feeling, don't you think, like last year when people were like, oh, it's 65 and over, no big deal. And I'm like, what's in your head? Like, because some were doing that. They're like, it's okay. And I remember hearing some news personalities were like, well, they've already had their time. I'm like, Count yourself out if you were that age. All of a sudden, now it's in your age group. You're like, right?
Right. If it's not targeting them, I don't think the average person really cares, which is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Now that it affects them, they're all like, oh my God, we have to stop it now.
Yeah. So, thank you for getting that information. And I'm sure we're probably going to see more Maria on that again. Maria is a health professional that is on the front line quite often. And even though she does that, she still makes time for the morning show. So I appreciate her. Thank you. And thank you to her family, of course, as well. Oddly enough, in another article, Pfizer are saying that their study results show COVID vaccine is effective in children ages 12 to 15. They announced that their vaccine is safe and strongly protective as kids as young as 12, a step toward possibly beginning shots in this age group before they head back to school in the fall. Most COVID-19 vaccines being rolled out worldwide are for adults who are at higher risk from the coronavirus. Pfizer's vaccine is authorized for ages 16 and older, but vaccinating children of all ages will be critical to stopping the pandemic, according to this news article found on ABC7. Helping schools, at least the upper grades, start to look a little more normal after months of disruption. In a study of 2,260 U.S. volunteers aged 12 to 15, preliminary data showed there were no cases of COVID-19 among fully vaccinated adolescents compared to 18 among those given dummy shots. That's according to Pfizer. It's a small study that hasn't been published yet. Another important piece of evidence is how well the shots revved up the kids' immune systems. Researchers reported high levels of virus-fighting antibodies, somewhat higher than we're seeing in studies of young adults. Pfizer and their German partner BioNTech in the coming weeks plan to ask the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and European regulators to allow emergency use of the shots starting at age 12. So this is a preliminary study, again, of 2,260 volunteers aged 12 to 15. That's the latest information. I still would be very careful on that, just because, again, whenever you have a rollout, obviously you see, look, every rollout has a minimum 4 to 8% situations that'll happen among the population. So be aware of it. Be careful of it. Know what it is that these do. Don't buy into the thought like my mom did the other day, where they said, well, you're just going to get whatever shot we give you. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have the ability to say, I want that shot or not that shot. Do the research. I've talked to several people that have not gotten either Pfizer and or Moderna. And that is honestly, their choice. I'm waiting for the Johnson & Johnson one, but I've been waiting to find that. According to this, AstraZeneca began a study of their vaccine among 6 to 17-year-olds in Britain. Johnson & Johnson planning in their own pediatric studies. China, Sinovac recently announced it has submitted preliminary data to Chinese regulators showing their vaccine is safe in children as young as 3. Again, that is also in China. So again, all around the world, there are different ones coming out. And all are, I hope, sharing their information so as to say, well, that works, this works, that doesn't work, this works. And then you've got age, demographic, you've got certain preliminary diseases that others, might have that you want to make sure this targets specifically the virus itself. It doesn't create more problems around, the country. But I'm sure we will see what happens around the corner. Just, practice again. Information is knowing and knowing is information. And if you find information that seems, I've asked some people that haven't done it why, and they go, I don't know, I just feel it's not right. And I say, okay. And sometimes, I say go with your gut feeling. And then at the other times I say do the research at the same time and either make that information valid and or, be proactive in that. That's all I got to say. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying be proactive. Does that make sense, Jesse?
Oh, yeah, it does. It doesn't hurt to be proactive.
Yeah, be proactive. So there you go. Okay, we got another break to take right here on the morning show. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Summer's almost here, and you know what that means. Sunny days and hot temperatures that make you want to stay inside. Franklin Mechanical Systems can repair or replace your air conditioning unit to get it working before the heat hits. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems is the one for all your residential and commercial air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000 and get cool today.
Beljanski supplements and herbal teas, widely used in Europe, now the Beljanski formulas are available in the United States. Used by athletes, fashion models, the former president of France, and those in the know. Beljanski supplements and herbal teas can work for you. Call 212-308-7066. That's 212-308-7066. Visit our center in New York City. Our website is www.maisonbeljanski.com. That's www.maisonbeljanski.com. Feel better naturally. Beljanski formulas.
Are you a self-published author that maybe underestimated the challenges of marketing your own book? I'm Suzanne Lynn, and we help authors sell more books through video interviews and radio advertising. You see, a professional video interview is really an author's secret weapon for marketing because it makes an emotional connection with your reader that can be posted to social media, YouTube, your book's landing page and website, your Amazon author page, and even sent to media to request interviews. We guarantee that video interview will be viewed by a minimum of 3,000 people in your target audience. And let's face it, no one can sell your book better than you speaking about it yourself. Plus, we can run commercials on our nationwide network of radio stations that targets your specific reading audience. Find out more at GiveMyBookWings.com. That's GiveMyBookWings.com. Again, GiveMyBookWings.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the number one choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Join our live audience there, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV. Let us know how you tune in. We're always looking to see new ways that we can be in your area of expertise. Maybe you or listen to the Amazon Alexa app. You can always ask for it to listen to us no matter what. And we're always on 24/7. Always got something there. We got something for you all the time. This is the latest headline. I'm not sure what to make of it. COVID fertility factor. Couples trying to have babies experience high anxiety and low sperm counts. Who knew that? So that's interesting. According to this, Wellesley economics professor Philip Levine says it's a very stressful world in which we're currently living. Stress is just not great for fertility around the world. A lot of cradles are sitting empty. Professor Levine co-authored a recent Brookings Institution report on fertility. He has tracked worldwide trends for years. He said with lockdown restrictions, unemployment, and economic uncertainties, the pandemic convinced many couples to hit the pause on having a baby. Professor Levine said to think an environment where you're feeling high levels of anxiety is that really the moment to be like, now it's a great time to have a child. Some couples, though, have continued to try. I've seen a lot of people with babies as of late. Have you, Jesse?
Babies. Let's see. My sister-in-law had hers last week, and my brother's fiance is, I think they're going in tonight, and so I'm assuming the baby will be here tomorrow. So, yeah.
Yes, see? I mean, birthday after birthday. Hello. Let's see. Let's do the math. Hold on. Let's see. March. Let's see. So let's see. That's what 3, 4, 10, March, and then with the that's carry the 1 minus the 2, then the what is that? August babies?
October, November. I want to say October. Maybe it was a Halloween thing.
No, it was before August. It was no. Do them 9 months, buddy. So
yeah, 9 months. Why do I think 7?
Oh, it was about July. It was after. Oh, it was July. These are born on these. Oh, I got it. Okay, that's what it was. It was some celebration and the firework baby making. category. Okay, so anyway, look, babies are new. Yay, yay, yay. Hooray, hooray, hurrah. But okay, this is interesting still information. There's one couple that's been trying to conceive since before the pandemic. They're trying to tease apart or tear apart the factors that are making it difficult for them, and they realize they both may be contributing to the situation. Tom said this: "It's been very difficult. It's also been very isolating." Mary said it's been an emotionally grueling and heartbreaking experience. They've been trying. They're a Bay Area couple, Mary and Tom. And one said, "We still don't know. We have some good hypotheses about what might be going on, but the true reason we will never completely know." That's what Mary said. Neither has been infected with COVID-19, but emerging evidence shows that the virus seems to pack a punch to the baby-making sperm. Dr. James Smith says there have been a number of studies now that show coronavirus can affect male fertility. Who knew? So Dr. James Smith is the director of male reproductive health at UCSF. He's reviewed the data and what it suggests about SARS-CoV-2 and male fertility. He said, quote, "It's the illness itself, the process of being ill from it, that's causing the sperm to be affected. The viral infection could cause inflammation of the organs where the sperm is made." The male fertility expert said, quote, "The virus does not get directly into the testicle. However, it can cause a lot of inflammation and a lot of sperm cells to die within the testicle." Did not know that. Jesse, that's kind of important to know, right?
Yeah, that is very important to know.
And one study on men recovered from mild or moderate COVID infections who were previously fertile and had lots of kids, nearly 40% had low sperm counts. In addition, more than 60% had increased white blood cell counts in their baby making juice. And that's a sign of inflammation. I don't know. There's kids watching, and there's just certain words I don't want the parents to go, So the virus may impact the quality of a man's testosterone. The hormones also made, of course, in the baby making area. It's another reason, Dr. Smith says, why people should be really cautious about coronavirus, because it can hurt their sperm and potentially hurt their hormones. There are other viral threats to male fertility, including HIV, Zika, Ebola, and mumps. When it comes to COVID-19, how long the problem may persist, at this point, no one knows. It could be months or longer. That's according to Dr. Smith. He said that this is still too new of a problem for us to give definitive answers. He says it definitely adds a level of stress. We're so extremely excited to get vaccinated. That's according to Mary. And Tom says, "We're going to jump at the opportunity. In the meantime, fertility experts and the couple recommend you do not let your guard down and to take all precautions. That means social distancing, good hand hygiene, and wear a mask." I can imagine some mothers and or women that are like, you know what? I don't care what you think. Practice good hygiene. I want my baby. So there you go. Because seriously, there are some ladies that really, it's a thing. All right. Men too. We think about it. Okay. Turning our attention over into something that needs to be talked about is, are you ready for your taxes? That's probably the biggest question of the year, because there's a lot of questions. With that coming soon, are you ready? Joining us today with tax tips and some helpful products is financial expert Leanna Hawkins, who's the author of the Amazon #1 best-selling book, Young, Fun, and Financially Free, Live the Good Life and Build a Kick-Ass Future. She's also the founder of Blackhawk Financial. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Leanna.
Thanks for having me on, Aaron. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Obviously, when it comes to around this time, though, my question is, do people feel fantastic?
Did you file your taxes yet, Aaron?
No, I haven't. That's why you're making me, you're stressing me out. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks today so you're not stressed anymore.
Okay, help me out, because I you know what, we had a comment from, our studio engineer, and he goes, "I didn't even know you could do it quarterly," right?
Mm-hmm. So, installments for your payments, yeah, that should be done quarterly. There's a lot of changes this year. Like, I actually think that the filing for 2020, it's a great time for people to sort of reassess how they even go about their tax prep and who they ask questions to and how they prepare it and where they prepare it, because there's a lot of changes, like with unemployment status, additional benefits there, working from home and those expenses, stimulus checks. For all these reasons is why we're talking about taxes now, because it really is more complicated this year than it's ever been before.
Well, that's where I'm confused. And I, sometimes I ask people, did you get it? If you didn't get it, how do you prove you didn't get it? Does that go on your taxes? How does the person know that you got it or didn't get it? What if people, request it double? What's the best way of going about that?
Yeah. So again, all those different common misunderstandings for this 2020 filing year specifically is a great reason of why you should be reaching out to a trusted local tax pro, someone that knows your state code and they know, the ins and outs of the different write-offs, mortgage interest, and college tuition, and different expenses as well. So I like to advise people to try out the Jackson Hewitt team at jacksonhewitt.com. If you reach out to them, they have, many local trusted tax pros, over 6,000 locations before the new May 17th deadline. So you got a bit of extra time this year. But that way you're getting local information from people that know what they're talking about, reasonable rates. And you really are making sure you're not missing anything, because it is still possible to get the additional stimulus from 2020 if you didn't already get the full amount. Part of that 2020 filing is called the Recovery Rebate Credit. So that goes along with your 2020 filing this year. So you want to make sure you got all the stimulus that you're entitled to, and it's not too late to do that. So I advise getting a trusted pro to help you out on that one.
Well, and is there like a minimum yearly? Because I've seen sometimes people that hardly say, well, I hardly made any money. I don't know if I should pay for a tax professional. I say it's better to have the right information than the wrong, because some people do it themselves and then they miss out on the things, and it's ever changing.
Yeah, especially this year. And most places have sort of a scaled structure as well in terms of the fees. So you're not going to be paying thousands of dollars for tax advice if you didn't really make much money last year. But that, those are really the ways to make sure that you got all the stimulus you're entitled to. And, keeping track of things like your write-offs and your expenses, like receipts and invoices and stuff like that too. There's a lot of technology that has gone into advancements in that area. Epson actually has a rapid receipt scanner. It's called the Epson Rapid Receipt R600W. It's a wireless scanner. You can use it at your home or your office. Multiple people can use it. And they've got advanced financial software technology to help with tax prep. So you basically take all of your invoices and receipts, scan them into the system, and it seamlessly integrates that into your Excel or QuickBooks with zero subscription fees to make sure that you're getting all of the deductions that you deserve. So that's another great way to make sure you're getting as much money back on the refund as possible.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it's pretty fast, right? I mean, it's just you just hook it up. Because I've seen these things. I remember when they were coming out with them, and I was like, I was a kid in a candy store. I wanted them. Do you know what they retail, or not really?
You know what? That's something that will be on our tipsontv.com website, so you'll be able to see the link to it there. But it's nice because it's quite compact. I'd say it's about a quarter of the size of an actual printer itself. So it's a really easy way, especially if you have a small office or work from home where there's multiple people that are working there, other family members. It's not limited to one specific user. So it's really helpful, actually, because multiple people can use it, and there's no subscription fees for it. So once you have it, it's something that you can really use forever to seamlessly get all those expenses and invoices into one place.
Well, and I'm the worst person when it comes to that. I think I need one of these because I think, okay, I'm the kind of person that has a bunch of receipts in the wallet ready. For some reason, I feel like they're going to magically, scan themselves. And then I'm like, at the end of it, I go, when am I ever going to sort these? So I'll be honest. I put them away. I do have a question though, because some of us, are self-employed, and you have certain things where you do, and I don't know if you could answer this off the top of your head, but what is termed like a business expense versus the other? And does that help with this?
So it depends on multiple things. It depends on the structure of your business. It depends on what your business activities actually are. So, one area where people often get caught up either on the wrong side or the right side of this is like M&E meals and expenses. Yeah. A lot of people think like, okay, well, I'm a small business owner, I'm a freelancer, so right. I'm out all day every day, and I'm going to have a Chipotle Mexican grill for lunch every day, and I'm going to write that all off because I'm working. Not the case. So unfortunately, you can't write off 100% of that. But again, definitely this is especially for people that are self-employed or gig economy workers, freelancers, getting just a couple hours with a tax pro to help you on that stuff it pays itself. Along with keeping all your receipts and invoices and, any other paid services that you use, keeping all that stuff in check, because again, it pays for itself to stay organized with those things. And often if you're just saving receipts in a shoebox or in your wallet, they're getting lost. You're going to end up paying more money to have a professional go through all that anyway. It takes time just as much as it would take yours to sort through your own receipts. So, the Epson, the Rapid Receipt can actually like save some time and money there as well without having to pay someone to file through your receipts for you and create their Excel spreadsheet.
I'm so glad you know what? Thank you for that, because sometimes I see the cost of these and I've seen them as much as like $300, $350. I'm not sure what the latest cost is on those. But you can find it at tipsontv.com. I'm looking at it right now. And I will say, though, that is a good way of looking at the sound advice, because sometimes you're just throwing your money away. Because I know I throw away receipts all the time. And I'm self-employed, and I got to structure it properly so that I can say, hey, because I take people to lunch and business meetings, and I'm like, a lot of that is refundable. And then you think about your cell phone and small businesses. Let me ask you about that really quick, because obviously, and again, you recommended Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. What is it that they specialize in that, others may not?
So what's interesting is I've lived in 4 different countries, filed corporate and personal taxes in France, the UK, Canada, and the US. The IRS tax code is 70,000 pages long. It is definitely the most complicated tax system I've ever worked with as a professional and a founder of a financial firm, but also as someone that's an expert in the media and a book author and all of that, talking about tips for other people. It's really complicated, and everything changes state by state. So that's why I think getting someone local, I like to still do things a little old school. I like to talk to someone in person. So that's why I like Jackson Hewitt as well, because they have those over 6,000 locations. So you can really get local advice specific to your state. And I didn't even mention yet, there's one free thing that people can use that I think is a really great tool, especially if you're filing online yourself, or you're using Jackson Hewitt online and you're emailing information back and forth. Is really like having a secure browser. So Avast Secure Browser has award-winning threat detection technology. So we've all heard of like phishing emails and cybercrime, and it's up a lot this year than it was from previous years. You've probably heard of that. So impersonating the IRS, or sending you an email, leaving you a voicemail, all these different ways are the ways that scammers try to get your social security number, any kind of tax filing information, to steal your identity or get your refund from you, and all these different things that you do not want to succumb to. So Avast Secure Browser, it's free. It's like an even more private incognito mode on your phone or on your laptop or your computer, your desk computer at work. So you can download it for free, and that's a really great tool to keep you secure, even while you're emailing with your accountant, all those kind of things. You want to make your personal information completely secure.
Yeah, unfortunately, people are always looking to steal your stuff. I say to them, how dare you? But then I say, what are you going to do about it? You got to do something. So go get it, get the information. I want to say thank you so very much. Really quick, again, how can people get more information on all that you're doing? And oh, by the way, the book, congratulations, Young, Fun, and Financially Free. You can pick it up right now. Live the good life now and build a kick-ass future. Where do we go for more info?
Thank you. Yeah, so tipsontv.com. The book is on Amazon. 100% of the proceeds go to charity. And my Instagram community is a great place to get other money tips as well. Or you can send me a DM and ask me a question. I'll try to help you out. It's Leanna_Hawk, HAWK.
Done. I'm totally following you right after this. Thank you, Leanna, for spending time with us here on The Morning Show.
Great. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, so there you go. Important information for you and your loved ones. Be the responsible person in your party and say, we're going to go get this taken care of professionally. Again, Jackson Hewitt Services, as well as I think right now I have the reason to want to get that Epson, because I've waited on that for so long, and now financially it just makes more sense. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there, which I think, Jesse, you've got some important information, right?
Important information like what? Our studio dog.
Boom, boom, boom. Hello, little studio dog.
Got a special guest engineer today.
How beautiful is the little studio dog? What's your dog's name again?
His name is Coda, spelled Koda.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Coda. Okay, Coda is forever. Coda reminds me of Snoopy, dude. Like, this is a Snoopy dog. Okay, for those of you tuning in on the radio, what kind of dog look like a Snoopy dog?
He is a multi-poo.
Okay, all right. We have to take a break. Everybody's like, "Oh!" Everybody just got all like, "Oh, I just want to touch you." Okay, you're so fluffy. All right, we're gonna take a quick break here on the morning show. We got more. We got Snoopy Dog, Coda, right? We'll be more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness, 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second day ground, next day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
When it comes to health and well-being, cellular hydration is the key. You could say that hydration is the key to every wellness program. And structured water in its natural state, is the key to cellular hydration. Most of the water available to us has been processed for purity, safety, and convenience. But processing causes water to lose its natural hexagonal structure, with unfortunate effects for our bodies. Now you can take your personal hydration to a whole new level with the glassware that restructures water in just 3 minutes. Golden Ratio Products brings you these amazing water bottles, carafes, and drinking glasses which put the life back into the water you drink. Try it and you'll be amazed at the effects you feel in your body. Go to goldenratioproducts.com for the next phase of your water consciousness.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, where you can get tax advice. Young, fun, and financially free. Live the good life now and build a kick-ass future. Leanna Hawkins. Go find her on social media. We're following her now. Definitely need the financial advice there. And if you want more information on all the information that she was talking about, go check it out. tipsontv.com is where it's at. You can find out all the information. You know, at a very young age, she has already 12 years of experience consulting along funds, private and public companies like TSXV, TSX, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, ASX, AIM, FTSE, 100 of other various sectors in financial services, fintech, media, alternative assets, real estate, clean tech, and resources. She knows what she's talking about, so go find her there. I love that she said all of the proceeds from her book actually go to nonprofits. I think that's a great idea. And so go check it out, support, and then support the support of nonprofits. So there you go. Young, fun, and financially free. I think that's good for everybody to go ahead and check out. All right. Well, we've run almost out of time. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. I got to ask, though, how old is your dog, and can we set up an Instagram.
I was thinking of setting up an Instagram for him, and he will be turning 3 or 4. I can't remember. He always looks like he's a puppy, so he's I'll probably set up an Instagram for him. I'll take little pictures, and he'll be super cute.
He's Snoopy. He's so cute. Okay, so there you go. Let's see. A lot of people are saying exactly that. Lucy, of course, says super cute doggy. Let's see. Maria says, "Ah, puppy, so cute." And I just want to like squeeze your little puppy. Let's see. Algenia says, "Facebook, express him over to me. Free delivery." So there you go. And says, "Puppy and uncle today. He's such a cutie pie." And can he talk or do a little word? Because he like bark on command? I don't think so, right?
He does not bark on command. I wish he would, but
just go. Let him hear that, and then he'll like.
I've never heard him howl.
Try it. Just do it.
Soda, where you at? Oh, he's gone. He's late.
He's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm out of here. All right, we're out of here too. That's all the time we have here. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Bye-bye, everyone. And for the rest of you tuning in, we appreciate you. That's it for our radio segment. It is online. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. If you got questions, we got answers. Tips on TV is where it's at. You can find a lot of good information there as well. Some other good stories and highlights that they have. Just go check it out. I will show you. Let's see if I could just bring it up really quick because I couldn't bring it up fast enough. But some of the information there is really valuable, and I like to go there every now and then as well and find more because sometimes they need to show us things that make sense, right? And literal sense, right? Get it? That's my joke of the day. I don't know. Don't ask me. Tips on TV is where it's at. It's right there. You can see that Creative Holiday Entertaining with Chef Parker Wallace. Sometimes you get some of these fantastic hosts and or guests. But what you would want to do is click on the Education Lifestyle right here. Take some of the stress out of the tax day with Leanna Hawken. There she is with some of the products right there with her. And you can see all of the tips right there. Make it easier. And also the link on Epson. So it is what she was talking about. The Epson's Rapid Receipt RR600W wireless scanner with advanced financial software. Rapid Receipt extracts and organizes data from receipts and invoices and integrates into Excel and other third-party applications, all with zero subscription fees. Rapid Receipt is built for productivity and optimized for hybrid workspaces and home offices. So you can say goodbye to manually entering data with the Rapid Receipt RR600W wireless scanner. You just click on Epson. You'll find out the information there. They got all great stuff as well. And so you just click on this. You do the scanners, go to receipt scanners, and you'll see all the great scanners that they have right there. So here's probably the easiest one that you could check out. They've got different ones. Here's the Rapid Receipt one as well, RR. And then I like this one personally. This is the price that I was saying. So they go from maybe 200 to 500. The wireless receipt builder. This though, I'm telling you, back to something that she said, is really worth its weight in gold, especially if you have a lot of taxes that you could be. It'll probably pay for itself, especially if you do it right and do it with a tax professional and make sure that your company and or business. I know a lot of people that are, health professionals that are 1099 and or even in other professions, which are independent contractors who really got to start thinking about your expenditures and such and make sure that they're all accounted for. Every dime counts, especially in this time that we're living in. All right, people, I appreciate you. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. And don't forget to pick up the book, Young, Fun, and Financially Free. Live the good life now. Build a kick-ass future. There it is. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Same place, same channel. Bye-bye, everyone.